is up, guys? It's LogicLookss, and today, boys, we got a quick video on some budget cards, 8 budget cards in total that you guys should be picking up before season 1 ends. So we're gonna get into the video. I'm very excited to share my picks with you guys. Let me show you guys what budget cards I think are must buys and what budget cards I think you should get on your team. Let's get into the video, man. Without further ado, let's go. So guys, I still have not made a video like this in 2K22, so I thought it would be important to kind of make one before season 1 ended to show you guys some of the budget cards that I've been using and some of the budget cards you guys can pick up for your squads as well. Now, I did decide to keep today's video in the super budget form, so basically everything in today's video is under 10,000 MT, and the good thing is you can actually buy a lot of these players and build a solid lineup with them and, you know, kind of fill in the lineup wherever you have like your own players or reward cards. Whatever the case is, you can build a very solid lineup with some of these players. So we're gonna get into it. We got 8 in total to run through. I'm very excited to show you guys my favorite picks for the best budget cards in season 1 so far. Honestly, I probably did miss a few. I probably missed a couple of cards here and there, and to be honest, that's completely fine. Leave them in the comment section down below. Let me know what cards I missed and what cards you guys think should have been on the list, and let's get into the actual list. I'm very excited. Without further ado, man, let's go. Boys, the very first card on the list, and I know this is a player that not a lot of people like in the NBA, or me personally, I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of him, but this card right here is very good in the game, and it is because of his defense mostly. You know, his paint game is pretty good as well. He can't really shoot at all, but it is none other than Rudy Gobert. Now, I do have the signature version with, you know, the autograph on it. It doesn't matter which one you pick up. He's going to cost you around like 3 to 5K, depending on which version you pick up. If you want to go, you know, all out, go ahead and pick up the autograph version, but this card right here is very solid. I'm not gonna lie, he's a really good center in my opinion. I really like him because of the defense he can play. There's a lot of centers in this game that are not really, you know, that great in defense, and this card right here, he can clamp down in the paint. I'm telling you, man, nobody is scoring on him in the paint. He's obviously a center. He can only play the center position. He cannot play power forward. He's 7'1", so obviously, you know, Gobert is pretty tall. I mean, taking a look at his stats, no, he cannot shoot the 3 ball. He can, you know, dunk the ball though, which is pretty, you know, important. 75 driving dunk, 95 standing dunk, 63 mid-range, which if you put a shoe on him, bro, low-key, he could actually pull the mid-range as well. He could not dribble at all, but his defense is why I got him, and his defense is why I actually really like this card. And to be honest, I'm not a fan of Gobert, so it's kind of hard for me to like his cards, but this card right here is an absolute lockdown machine. 88 block, 92 interior defense, 88 rebounding. This card is just amazing if you want a classic center, a center that can defend and basically grab boards. That is all you need at this point, man. This card right here can get the job done for you, and he saved me multiple times in a lot of different game modes, especially limited, because there's usually restrictions. You know, you could only use Ruby cards. This is one of the best centers for limited, so go ahead, if you haven't already, pick up Rudy Gobert, try him out, and let me know what you think. Well, boys, I did try to include a lot of different type of players, and, you know, a lot of different players that fit different playstyles in today's video. And the next one is actually a big man as well, and he goes by the name of Marvin Bagley Jr. You guys know this man already, bro. You guys know this card already, probably. He is a sapphire. He can play center or power forward. He's 6'11" with a pretty big wingspan, so he could probably play both positions wherever you need him at, to be honest. And this card right here is kind of a little bit less traditional. You know, he's not really like a traditional center because this man can shoot threes. He can shoot the mid-range. He can dunk. He could dribble a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't recommend, you know, trying to dribble with him, but he's a really good card. Now, his defense is lacking quite a lot, so this is kind of like way different from Gobert, because Gobert is a really good defender but a very bad shooter. This card is kind of the opposite. He's a really good shooter but a very bad defender, because you guys can see 56 block, 49 perimeter defense, 70 interior defense, which isn't terrible, 85 rebounding, which is pretty solid as well, 73 speed. So this card right here isn't honestly that bad. Obviously, you know, you're not going to get that lockdown defense you're going to get with Gobert. You're not going to be able to block everybody in the paint, but again, you're going to be able to strap up and, you know, shoot threes with this card. So definitely kind of a different play style for those of you guys that want a shooting center and a shooting card, a card that could stretch the floor. This might be your guy to go with. If you're looking for more of a traditional center where you can just play defense, get rebounds, then go with Gobert. But again, Marvin Bagley, another great card on the list. Absolutely love him. Obviously, use him a lot in limited as well because of the restrictions sometimes that 2K has, where they're like, you know, nobody over a Ruby. I actually pop him into the lineup and he gets the job done every time. So definitely a nice little card you guys can pick up before the end of season 1. Now, guys, back on the theme of defense, man, we got another defensive-minded card, and it is, of course, none other than this Ruby Dort, man. If you guys don't know, I mean, this card right here is a lockdown machine. Again, you guys know Dort IRL. You guys know he pretty much, you know, is known for his defense. And taking a look at his stats, I mean, you guys can see that is evident. Now, although he's known for his defense, He actually has an 85 driving dunk, which is very, very solid. It's actually the same as this Marquise Johnson diamond card, which is really kind of crazy. He has an 84 three ball, which is really, really good as well. 80 mid-range, so he could obviously shoot the ball. His release is a little bit, you know, hard to get used to, but once you get used to it, you'll be good to go. 72 ball handling, which I wish was a little bit higher. This card would have been perfect if that was like an 86 and he could, you know, dribble better, I guess. But I mean, hey, it's not bad. 72 ball handling is definitely useful and, you know, usable as well. So go ahead, pick up this card, because if you take a look at his defense, it is on absolute demon timing, bro. He has 88 steal, 71 block as a shooting guard. So I mean, if you have a guard that can block the ball, I mean, you're going to be able to, you know, strap up pretty much everybody and lock up everybody. 72 interior defense. Honestly, his rebounding is pretty good for a shooting guard as well. 82 speed. You can slap a speed shoe on him if you want to make him even quicker. Honestly, love this card, and I got to stop saying honestly, but hey, man, my Canadian bro, Luguentz Dort, a must buy on the market right now. He's literally going to cost you 2,000 MT, not even 2,000 MT, a little bit less than 2,000 MT. Go ahead, scoop my mans up, try him out, and just go ahead and lie to me and tell me you don't like this card. Boys, the cheapest card on this list, and a card that is actually an Evo, one of the two Evos that we are actually going to have on today's video, is this Talen Horton-Tucker. Now, honestly, not a huge fan of his game IRL, but this card in 2K is not bad at all. To be honest, for less than 1,000 MT, you're probably not going to get much better anywhere. So if you're really balling on a budget and you really, really need a card that's going to help your team out, at least in some sort of way, go ahead and pick up my boy Talen Horton-Tucker. He actually does evolve into a Ruby. He's an 86 overall Sapphire when he starts, though. Small forward slash shooting guard, 6'4". Would definitely recommend running him at that shooting guard position. Taking a look at his stats, pre-Evo, 78 3 ball, 82 mid-range, I mean 75 driving dunk, ball handling is a 76. His defense is actually not bad at all. His rebounding is not bad at all either for a 6'4 guard. 79 speed, and again, with the Evo, all of that goes up. So if you guys have the time to do the Evo, I mean, definitely pick this card up. The Evo is very, very easy, by the way. 5 dunks, 50 points. I haven't really done it yet, but I mean, honestly, man, you can't go wrong with this card. You guys can see on the right-hand side, his three-pointer goes up by 3. A lot of his stats go up. His ball handling goes up. His perimeter defense goes up. His block, his, you know, pretty much a lot of stats go up. I don't even know what else to say, man. This card is very, very good for less than 1,000 MT. You can't go wrong with it. He's a solid 2 guard. And honestly, for 1,000 MT, you're not really gonna get anything that's much better than this Talen Horton-Tucker. So boys, we're gonna run through the next 2 cards very, very quickly, because the first one I've already talked about, made a specific video on him. It is this Amethyst Gary Harris, or I could say Ruby Gary Harris, because he's actually an Evo that goes up to an Amethyst. And this card right here is an absolute monster, man. I'm not gonna lie, this card does it all. He's a very, very good shooter. I already made a specific video on him, so I'm not gonna go too in depth, but again, a card that you should definitely look into picking up, because he, in my opinion, is a top 3 budget card this season. So go ahead, spend that MT and pick that card up. Now the next card I gotta talk about is another 2 guard. I know there's a lot of 2 guards in today's video, but I mean, this card right here, man, is very, very nice. Now you can pick up whichever version you want. I have the signature version, I have the regular version now. It's pretty much, you know, no difference. But again, if you know you have the extra MT, go ahead and get the signature version, because why not? And it is, of course, Terrence Ross. And yes, I'm a Raptors fan, so I might be a little bit biased, but this card right here is amazing. T-Ross always has very, very good 2K cards. You guys already know that, man. He's a 6'7 shooting guard, which is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty good height for a shooting guard. 82 3 ball, 85 driving dunk, so he can shoot the ball. He can obviously dunk the ball. He was a dunk, you know, contest champion, so obviously he's really good at that. 83 ball handling. You could probably put a shoe on him, get it to 86 if you really wanted to. His defense is not the best, but 78 perimeter defense is not terrible either, and 74 steal will definitely do you well. 80 speed, so again, if you want to speed, you want him to make him even quicker, definitely would recommend that. But this card right here in general is very, very good. He's a lot of fun to use. He's really good for TTL. I like him. He can score in every part of the court, I guess. He can shoot threes. He can drive to the rim. He can get it done in all aspects of the game. So go ahead, pick up my boy T-Ross, try him out, and let me know what you think. So guys, the next card is another former Raptor, and I'm not gonna lie, I mean, this card right here is actually a lot of fun to use as well, and it is, of course, none other than this Ruby Landry Fields, small forward slash shooting guard, 6'7". I would recommend running him at the 2 guard, but again, you can get away with running him at the small forward position as well, because he is, you know, 6'7", so not a bad height for, you know, a 2 or 3 guard. 85 3 ball, 80 driving dunk. Again, very good at offense. I mean, you can pretty much score from wherever on the court. 86 pass IQ, 79 ball handling. Wish that was a little bit higher, but this card right here is a lockdown monster. 88 perimeter, 88 steal, 75 block, 67 interior. So he kind of has it all. 80 speed as well. His rebounding is solid, so he kind of has it all in the fact that, you know, he can defend and score. So honestly, bro, you're not gonna find a better well-rounded card for like under 5,000 MT. So go ahead, scoop on my boy Landry Fields. He's very, very cheap, and for what he does on the court, he is definitely, again, worth the price. So boys, the last card on the list and the very most expensive card that I have put on today's list, and he is an Amethyst and he's well worth this price. He's a brand new card that just came out, and it is none other than Amethyst Scottie Pippen from the Flash 2 set. Now, to be honest, man, this card right here, he could only play the small forward position. I wish he could play shooting guard. If he could play shooting guard, this card will be even more OP than he already is. He's 6'8". He's going to cost you like 9.5K, maybe even less if you give it a little bit of time, or he might go up because this card is very, very solid in my opinion. 84 driving layup, scrolling down through the stats, 85 mid-range, so he can definitely shoot that mid-range really, really consistently. 74 three-ball, which might seem like it's not high enough to, pull the three with him, but to be honest, if you throw a shoe on him, you get a coach. Honestly, man, this card is going to be able to get like an 80-something three, which is very, very good in this game. I mean, you only need like a 75 three to even, green up with the card. And if you know a card's release, you should be good to go. 85 driving dunk, 86 ball handling, pass IQ and accuracy is very, very high. And of course, Scottie Pippen is a lockdown man again, man. Defense is a thing I prioritize in this video because I think it is very, very important this year. And you guys can see 80 steal, 93 perimeter defense, 69 interior, 74 block. Very, very solid stats for, a nice little three guard in the game. Obviously, rebounding could be a lot better. It should have been a lot better in my opinion, but you know what? 69 rebounding is all good. 88 speed. So this card is very, very fast. 86 speed with the ball. And you guys can see, man, I'm comparing him to this Pink Diamond Glenn Robinson, and he honestly doesn't look that much worse than him. So honestly, a really, really good card that you can pick up for under 10K. A card that is going to stay on my team for a while. I love defense in this game. I love this card. And if you're somebody that wants to pick up a lockdown at that 3 spot, definitely pick him up. I could kind of compare him to like a cheap Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, he's not Kawhi because I feel like Kawhi's a lot better, obviously. But again, Kawhi is a lot more expensive as well. And for under 10K, you're not going to get a much better lockdown defender than Scottie Pippen. Go ahead, pick up this card. He does it all. He's quick. He can dunk. He can shoot. He can defend. There's no reason not to pick him up and try him out at least. So yeah, boys, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was kind of a quick video running through some of the budget cards that I have had a lot of fun with, and a lot of cards that are gonna help your team improve drastically. So go ahead, pick some of these cards up. Let me know if I missed any cards, because I definitely left some off that I was gonna put on. I just didn't want to make the video too long. So go ahead, let me know in the comment section down below who I missed and who you guys think I should pick up. And yeah, it's pretty much it for the video, man. I love you guys. Stay safe out here. Stay blessed. Leave a like on the video if you haven't already. Hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. And I will catch you guys in the next one, man. Stay tuned. Bangers coming soon. We're locked in, man. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys, man. I love you. Peace.